Hey everybody, it's Clifford Stummy, the Pop Song Professor, and today is a historic first. We're going to try My Chemical Romance Mondays. I know it's not Monday, it's Tuesday. I was making a My Chemical Romance Black Parade podcast yesterday, but today we are talking about the Black Parade here on the YouTube channel. More about that podcast in a second. But here's what I need from you guys if we're going to make this a thing. You've got to comment your favorite My Chemical Romance song and upvote other people who agree. If people watch this video and it seems kind of popular, then we'll keep doing this week after week. So definitely comment those below, vote it up. And as far as the podcast goes, it's like a deeper, longer version of what we talk about here on the YouTube channel. So if that's something that you're interested in, I've got it up on the Google Play music site. I've got it on iTunes, and I also have it on my website. Or you can go to songmeanings.libsyn.com. There will be links in the description. You have to check it out. But yeah, the album is called The Black Parade, and this song is called Welcome to the Black Parade, though we usually just refer to it as The Black Parade. But the entire album is this rock opera, which basically means that it uses music to tell a story, and the story is about the patient, this young person dying of cancer. And so a lot of the songs have to do with that theme. The Black Parade is his fondest memory come to life as like the thing that's taking him to death, essentially. So it's kind of morbid, and you definitely have some emo, goth, punk influences throughout this song, but I think it's a really healthy way to look at it. A lot of people stereotype those subcultures as unhealthy, but I think that this song actually does a good job, and I'll explain why in a second. Essentially, what Gerard Way, the writer for this song, believed, or the idea that he was, putting forth was that, and this is an idea that I've seen shown on a lot of websites, but I haven't seen like a citation or proof that he actually thinks it. So I think people are just kind of, discerning this from the song itself. But essentially what seems to be happening is that he is coming into contact with his fondest memory, and essentially his fondest memory from childhood is what is ushering him into death. And so he went to a parade with his father as a child, and that's what is, taking him into the afterlife. Essentially, in the intro, when I was a young boy, my father took me into the city, so he's talking about that memory. And then his father gives him like this charge to like be a good man and to be a good person and to do what's right and to help those who are weak. He says, be the savior of the broken, the beaten, and the damned. But not only that, he has to defeat his own demons and the non-believers, people who are detractors and think he can't accomplish what he's trying to accomplish. And then he says, one day I'm going to die and I'm going to join the Black Parade. And then the son is going to be joining this Black Parade as well. And the reason it's called the Black Parade is just because I think the color black oftentimes has to do with death. Very popular among those subcultures as well, which some of you guys may consider yourself members of those subcultures. And I'd be super curious to hear your perspective on the song and what it means to you. Then we get into verse 1. Sometimes I get the feeling that she's watching over me. And this seems to be more the band saying this and kind of singing this to this guy. And I think that's a reference to Helena, the grandmother, I think, of one of the band members. There is a song about her in the My Chemical Romance catalog of music. But so this person who's dead is watching over him, and so he has like this weight of feeling like the dead are observing him. And so it's kind of like that charge that the father gives the son, the band members kind of feel that too. Through it all, the rise and fall of the bodies in the streets, there's difficult times, but in the chorus we're going to carry on. And though you're dead and gone, believe me, your memory will carry on. And so it's like they're singing to the patient and saying that even though you're gone, we're still going to think about you, we're still going to remember you, and kind of this example you led, we are going to continue to lead ourselves. Then we get into verse 2, a world that sends you reeling from decimated dreams. And I love this verse because I think there's a lot of negative stereotypes about some of these subcultures I've mentioned earlier, and this kind of blows them to pieces because he's saying your misery and hate will kill us all, even though like you're in this world that sends you reeling from decimated dreams, so paint it black and take it back. So to make it your own, but do what's right, be a good person, and don't let like your inner anger and hate like kill the world for you. I mean, I just think that's such a cool message. Like, that is just super cool. So let's shout it loud and clear. Defiant to the end, we hear the call, so we're going to fight back against misery. Good stuff. And then the bridge. Very, very interesting. Do or die, you'll never make me, because the world will never take my heart. Go and try, you'll never break me. We want it all, we want to play this part. I'm going to show my scars, he says later. Give a cheer for the broken. Listen here because it's who we are. And then that wonderful line I think we all remember. I'm just a man, I'm not a hero, just a boy who had to sing this song. And very appropriately, they end the bridge with the line, I don't care. So it's like they don't care about the haters. They're going to try to do what's right. They're not trying to be a hero. They're not trying to put themselves up above other people. They're just trying to be normal people, doing what's right, leading others, and being good people. I think this is super cool. And like I said earlier, I think it takes away from some of those detractors of those subcultures. If this song is the theme song of some of those subcultures, which I think that it very well may be, then I think that's like a really healthy direction. And of course, not every member of a subculture is going to believe the exact same thing as everybody else, even if it is their theme song. If it's not their theme song, keep me from looking like an idiot. Comment that below, and maybe that's something we can explain in the future. I am being kind of silly and facetious in that respect, but yeah. So essentially, Welcome to the Black Parade is about the cancer patient dying and kind of coming into the afterlife, being greeted by his fondest memory in the form of basically death. And I think it's like this reminder to all of us to continue on living right, even though he no longer has the opportunity to do so. I think it's a beautiful song. I'm really enjoying listening to it and thinking about it and getting deeper into it. If you want to get even deeper than this, like way deeper, the podcast is the place for you. Link in the description. Guys, thanks so much for watching. Be sure to help me to make MCR Mondays a thing. Comment those songs, upvote people who you agree with, and hopefully we'll be doing this again next week. Talk to you later.